kind of chapter one can suspect. Chrome decides, no, I'm not gonna learn everything of what you have to say, cause you ain't gonna die. It's the Doctor Stone chapter 31, and I am the Angry and Offended Despair reviewer. In this chapter, as I just said, Chrome rejects Senku's offer because, well, again, he doesn't want Senku to die, and Senku says that he is not has planning on dying. It's just that this is a mission that cannot guarantee survival either. So if he dies without passing on science to Chrome, then science will be lost forever. And of course, Chrome doesn't take that. And they begin to have a little argument, saying that like this, even if my friend dies, okay, I don't want that. Of course, this is no hostile talk, really. It's basically the more friendship are there for you, which, by the way, I am not mocking when I'm saying friendship is there for you, unlike some other people. It's the fact that if Senku kicks the bucket, then it's game over for science, and the fact that they have become friends now, and as friends, they will help each other. So Senku shouldn't presume that he should just die and pass on. I mean, pass on everything and then die. And we see Kohaku has a similar problem, and where it's revealed that a theory of mine was true. I actually suspected that at least the grandmother of Kohaku and Ruri were the one who had the stories, but it turns out that it was their mother who passed on the stories to Ruri, who later on became High Priestess. In a sense, that makes sense. After all, their father won the the gladiator games, so to speak, and the fighting games, and it very presumably he married the High Priestess, who was Kohaku and Ruri's mother then. So and in this flashback, Ruri reveals that what they all know of is called the 100 stories, at least what they called 100 different stories containing various pieces of wisdom that has been passed down for this village for generation. And their father ordered Kohaku to learn these stories, because if Ruri dies, then the 100 stories will be extinguished, and seeing that Kohaku was a more healthier one. Of course, Kohaku also refused in similar way for Chrome. Something like, so she's just gonna die and I'm gonna take care of her duty. I don't want that. So that's actually one of the reasons also why her father and she do not get along. In a sense, I don't exactly know if I could call this fatherly love either. I mean, he says, I will not allow these stories to pass out. But what I mean to say is, can't she just tell that to anyone kind of character? In a way, I do not exactly see that as fatherly love. I mostly see that as a knowledge that's not supposed to die. Although it is true, the knowledge is just as seeing that knowledge is from something that they do no longer know, then I can understand that. So this is a very emotional chapter, is the fact that this is one of the reasons why Kohaku became a rebellion, and she carried the healing water over and over, because she will do anything she could to save her sister. So Chrome says to Senku that he will go with him because they are friends, and if they are tag teamed with two scientists, then the trip will increase. So they end the talk with really more heartwarming words, where Chrome mentions Taiyu and Yusihara that Senku told about. They have infiltrated Tsukasa's empire as spies, and they are Senku's friends, and they have his back. And Chrome and Chrome and Kohaku are the same. That we protect each other. So with that, the two scientists decides to do this together. And then later on, Kohaku has a teasing talk with Chrome, saying something, if you had married Ruri, she would be happy. And even Kohaku has a little teasing, was saying, Do you want to marry me instead? However, Chrome doesn't see Ruri as a, I mean, Kohaku as a girl. I mean, I would definitely marry her if she was in the age. So, I mean, although I think technically Kohaku should go for Senku. So yeah, they begin to work with the different missions. First off, gathering bamboo sticks where they use the glass to create, a heating light, where they create the calcium carbonate that they used for the ramen mixed with some ash lye, where they mix together with old man Kasaki, who has actually begun to help, and then the results in a black powder when that's mixed with the calcium carbonate in the active charcoal will catch and neutralize the gas. And so the primitive gas max acquired. Now, now is the question though: is this enough to overcome the sulfuric acid? Well, it has to. They are the main characters, and the main characters cannot die. More than that, they are the only key of getting Ruri's sickness away here. All in all, a pretty heartwarming chapter, especially the fact that Koaku's love for her sister is very strong. She really wants to cure her, and she also doesn't want to take the duty just because she will die. And the fact that Chrome now sees Senku as a true ally despite the little rocky start. It's a pretty well moment. I mean, I can criticize that the Doctor Stone is getting a little bit slower in pacing. And when slower in pacing, I do not enjoy it as much. But again, a heartwarming chapter nonetheless. So give me your thoughts if you have any.